Climbing's a sport where it's all about movement. It's really about understanding of how far you can push the body and setting routes to make people do that and just see them try and figure it out. It just gives you a real big kick. You go move by move, see what works, see what doesn't, see what we can refine. Just keep tweaking until it's perfect. And then we put it out. Like just finding that right handhold to do the moves that you want. That's a good thing about working here.
To me, I'm doing like more bouldering. So you get probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest, bouldering area in Singapore. And furthermore, they're paying a lot of attention to route setting.
Climbing around in South Africa and in London, I can definitely say that on-site has some really competitive routes.
Of course, on-site is the biggest gym in Singapore. On-site kind of has everything that you need to actually get better in climbing, whether it's the walls, there's different kind of angle of walls, and there's a lot of equipment around here, like the hangboards around here, and the TRX. So on-site itself has everything that every climber needs to get better.
Yep, I'm studying sports science in Republic Poly, and you can learn while climbing rather than in class. Coming here is more fun. The staff are nice. If I commit any mistakes, they are ready to help me better myself and teach me good values while working here.
Like the people here are really friendly and always happy to help. And we're working as a team. You're never alone. So that's what I'm actually looking for every day, to just see the smile that on-site put on our customers' faces. I think they play a big role in my life.
It's really the people, it's the environment. It's watching people just keep going at it over and over again, and you know, like seeing different people try different things, watching people of all body types, body shapes, sizes really just figure their way out through a route. And yeah, that's pretty amazing.
東京粉末仲間、みんな友達。
Good afternoon and welcome. You are currently watching Transend right here at 1KM Mall. And right now we are having our open man qualifiers and they are doing session format. And we have two details for our open man. In this detail we have Lee Goan from Ed Victorium, Ryan Yo from Climb Asia, Asher Gavin from Climeric, Dennis Chua from Climeric, All Sports Equipment and Physio Kit. From ITE College East, we have Emmanuel Ryan Paul. In this detail, we also have Kenneth Lim, Shafi, Akid Amar. And from NUS, we have Joshua Ko, Guo Ting Yang, and Ang Yi Kai. From Outram Secondary School, we have Luke Go. From SAF, we have Justin Yang. From SIT, we have Noel Ong. And we also have Shannon Cyrus from SIM.
So in this Openman qualies, the format is in sessions, so all our climbers in each detail has a total of 30 minutes to make sure they can finish as much climbs as they can to make it to the semis, which will be happening tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, Openman semi will be happening at 9:40 a.m. So make sure you check us out there. And with that, we are starting our first detail for the Open Men's qualies. Right now, you see on screen, we have Asher Gavin, Akid Amar, and Ryan. On the Route 4 is Ryan, making very quick progress. And of course, Gavin, our resident strongman. Very nice start to both Gavin and Ryan. Very steady moves right there. It's a leap for Gavin.
Right now we are seeing both our slab walls and the incline wall. So opposite forces here right now.
Definitely.
Different set of muscles.
And both of them are doing really, really well. So Gavin is just one tile away from the top. And so is Ryan. And very close Ryan. And of course a beautiful one from Gavin. But it's really, really close for Ryan.
Yeah.
It's a really, really close. Huge move. Very, very nice start.
So our climbers have half an hour to finish 5 problems. More than enough time for them. However, they also must pace themselves as these routes are gonna be physically demanding.
And hot on Gavin's heels is Dennis. And of course not forgetting right now on Route 4, Justin just moving one tile away. Same place where Ryan was.
You can see how small the tiles is, those crimps.
And of course Dennis. It seems like most of them actually fall on that one tile away from.
It looks big, it looks huge.
But there's nothing to step on because the incline is one thing, the volume adds a lot more inclines to them, and volumes are not really very friendly on the feet sometimes. Oh, very close from Dennis. It looks like the fight for the open man semis is going to be very, very tough.
Yeah.
I mean, we've only been to like the first 2 minutes of this detail, and we're seeing very, very good attempts already. Many of them snatching their bonuses in the first attempt. Because I can look at other routes as well. This is Route 5 again. It's Gavin once again. Very nice steady hold. It seems like every competition when we see this volume, this type of volumes, Gavin always has very, very nice progress on it.
I think it comes with time as you compete more, as you see this in the gyms and you use it when you're climbing, you get more familiar on where to hold it.
Yeah, you get more experience from there also. Of course, Emmanuel Ryan Paul, affectionately known as ERP. Very, very nice moves. It's a commitment move right here. Wow. Very, very nice.
I really thought he would top out.
Yeah, I really thought he would fall, but he just caught himself back again. Just reminds us of the previous competition. Dennis actually almost fell also, and he just caught himself again. Of course, Ryan again. Back on route 1 is Guan.
And on route 5 we have Justin Young. So attempting this route. So there is actually a jug on this problem, but it's like all the way to the top.
And we've yet to see much in route 5s really, because right after the volume, the bonus volume, that little towel. So Gavin was trying to figure out how to use that towel.
Yeah.
And of course, Kenneth really
fighting hard.
Attractive hair right there.
Matches the route.
Definitely. It glows.
Yeah.
Under the sunlight here at 1KM Mall.
And if you're watching right now and you are tuning in, do say hi to us on the live chat. Do let us know what are you doing right now. Where are you? Are you from overseas that are watching? Give us a shout out and give us a thumbs up here at Transend Open Man Qualifiers. So right now we are looking at Ikai on route 1, making good progress, securing the bonus. So currently looking at the scoreboard, Dennis is leading the team with 1 flash, but we've only been 5 minutes in, so it's still too early to say anything right now, definitely.
And route 5 is... And back on route 1, we have Ikai.
The crowd, guys, people on the wall need your cheering, they need your support. So give it to
So it's
them.
route 4.
It's always a lot
And on
more
route
fun
4
when
we
people are
have
behind you. Literally behind
just
you.
Joshua Ko from NUS. So a lot of people get to the near to the top but not ended this route yet.
It's like this small little thumb catch. I wouldn't even call it a thumb catch. It's more like a finger padding for you.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it is latched in such a weird manner. And that's ERP.
And on route 3.
A very nice route 3.
Yeah. Dennis on route
And Dennis now going for route 4.
So Dennis is on the leaderboard, but
Yeah.
getting caught up by many of our other climbers.
currently on route
He
1 and route
Dennis
5
is currently looking for that second top.
and route 3.
ERP actually already top 2.
Yep.
So he's now on top.
Wow, Dennis. Him and his one-handed catches.
That looks so casual.
Yes, that is Dennis for you.
Yeah.
So actually, he just got a warm-up climb this morning. It was on his Instagram. So he's got his warm-up climb. He's definitely in it to win it. And that was Dennis for you. And of course, many other climbers really catching up very fast. Justin Young. So top 20 would make it to the semis.
Yes. And then they will come back tomorrow morning here. And later on, after this, we will have the Open Men semi-finals. So the Open Men the Intermediate Men finals. So the Intermediate Men semi-finalists will actually try these same routes. So they get to have a taste of what it's like to compete in the open level.
That's right, the taste of what it is like to attempt all these routes that you've always looked at, but never really got the chance to try it during comps. So I really like this semi-final format because you let these intermen these open men to be try out the routes, and then have a feel of what it's like to be part of the open man pool. A very nice, beautiful end by Justin Young. It's really steady on the bonus, but many of the times when you do a pistol squats on that bonus, let's go on.
So Dennis is going for route 5. So I'm very curious on how this one is supposed to be done.
That's right, but Dennis and Gavin both have really strong grip.
Yeah.
So it's amazing to see how these climbers, all of them made it to the open pools, and yet they have such diverse climbing techniques. With Goan, very steady on bonus. And that's Chester.
So climbing is moving towards this kind of movements where it involves a lot of slab wall, involves a lot of footwork. Climbing has evolved from just a pulling sport to, in fact, incorporating even parkour movements, coordination
We've
movements.
seen a lot of these coordination
Yes.
movement comes up recently in all the IFSC competitions. And Route 1 looks like the to-go route
Yeah.
for many of them. I'd just like to see Route 2. Miss Denny's back on Route 5. Whoa!
So right now, Dennis finished the 5th problem.
Wow.
So that will put him, he is still on top, but with that 3 tops, he will actually be very, very secure with a lot of time left. And on Route 4, we have Gavin finishing. And on Route 1, we have Yikai.
That is a triple finish.
Yeah.
Just back to back right on the screen for you.
Yeah.
So if you're still at home, make sure you make your way down because the Interfan semis is going to be happening very, very soon, as well as the Open Women Qualifiers and the Inter-Women Qualifiers. All the top, strongest men and women in Singapore climbing to get it into the finals happening tomorrow. So just head on down to 1KM. We have all the amazing amenities here. We have cold storage with their perfectly nice salad, and of course a lot of other food outlets around. And there's free Wi-Fi here, there's aircon, and then there's Transend here. Just make sure you're coming down. And of course, Chester back again on Route 5. If I'm not wrong, Chester is actually Interman. He's here as a replacement. So it's really amazing and really brave of you to even try the Opens sometimes.
Right now we are looking at ERP on Route 4.
Very, very long limbs.
Yeah. So he is currently in 3rd in this group with his 2 top in 3 attempts. He was looking at the end tile with, I think he considered ending straight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm just looking at the right tile there. Whoa. Very nice.
2 hands.
Very nice depth.
We caught that, right? Yes, we definitely
caught
saw that
It'll be a
depth.
boomerang.
If you're watching right now and you caught that, just do a replay and then mix in some songs into it. Put it in your Insta story and share that Transend is happening right now. And tomorrow you should be here too.
Dennis on Route 2. Shafi on Route 3.
So Dennis right now is looking for that 4th top. Looking steady. As well as go on Route 4.
Let's go on Route 4 and a double finish from Dennis maybe? Very, very nice.
There you go.
So I think between the top climbers now, Dennis, Gavin, Ryan, and the 3 of them are fighting to see who's going to be the first to finish all 5 routes.
Yeah.
It's like a personal achievement sometimes.
Yeah. So now it's going to be just a time basis.
So Gavin trying to better
Catch up.
Dennis right now.
Because right now Dennis has 4 tops, so Gavin also has 4 tops.
It's definitely a fight between them.
Yeah, and then we have Justin Young on Route 1. So he finished it. So definitely the scoreboard is moving like crazy, changing positions here and there. On Route 4 we have Akid securing the bonus. So let's see if he can get it all the way to the top.
Just securing himself. His feet placement looks a little wobbly.
Yeah, I think you just have to commit, and there
Very,
you
very
go.
nice.
Well
The ending
done.
tile is really nice.
Yeah, it's good.
And we've seen how ERP and Akid, both of them actually use a bit of movement instead of jumping towards the tile. So it's probably completable, but it takes a lot of energy and a lot of concentration for all these climbers to finish all 5 routes within such a short time. And of course, Route 3 and Route 4.
So on Route 4 we have Luke. And so Luke once again reaching up. I think The thing about this session format is you can see each other climb. So if someone unlocks a particular beta that is efficient, everyone else can follow through. And I think that is why at the start Route 4 wasn't the problem that most people thought, but once some people top it, everyone else followed because
That's
they
right.
can see how to do it already.
Yes, that's right. I mean, that's the difference between many of the open competition that we've seen in the past.
Yeah.
Not so much sessions, more of rotation
Yeah.
formats. So a lot of them have to do this, complete the puzzle on their own.
Yeah.
And Kenneth and his hair, we're just talking about it. Matching hair, matching
Yeah.
towels. And Gavin? It's like a personal agenda to finish all 5 routes. Of course, Route 3.
So looking at the scoreboard, Dennis has finished 4, so has Gavin. Gavin is left with the second problem, which we are looking at right now. So once he finishes this, he's done with 15 minutes to spare. He needs 2 hands and there you go. So Gavin, with 15 minutes to spare, is done with this category. He has 5 tops in 7 attempts. So Dennis right now is looking on problem 1 to catch up with Gavin. And of course, everyone else is still fighting really hard to earn that spot in the semi-finals.
And 15 minutes left, half the time has passed. Just a quick look at the leaderboard. To make it to semis tomorrow, you got to have minimally about 1 top for now, because this is only the first detail.
Yeah.
So things can change, 15 minutes and with 1 more detail to come.
Right now we are looking at Shafi attempting problem 1.
Very, very tall.
Yeah. He can span the entire wall just from that foothold. I think he can touch the edge.
Wow.
Good control.
Call.
Yeah.
Very nice call.
Yes.
Because just Route 3. So if you've actually seen Route 3, there are very, very tiny tiles
Yes.
on the side. So the route setters actually use the entirety of the side panel to create this very narrow route.
So your finger strength is really put to the test.
It's not just fingers also. Sometimes like reading the routes. Because Route 3, if you look at the other routes, it's really very cramped compared to the rest. And of course, Dennis.
This is his final problem, then he will be done. So Gavin actually finished all 5 first.
Yeah, he actually just walked past.
Yeah. So I guess Gavin is just waiting for him right now.
Oh, very, very close fight there. Route
So
3.
Dennis is doing a different beta than the other people have done.
Now, of course, ERP. Very slow movement.
And there you go, with 30 minutes to spare, all 5 problems are done by Dennis Chua.
Of course, ERP. Very close call on a 3rd in the... He's currently running as the 3rd in this leaderboard. So if I see if ERP actually finishes all 5 or so, I mean, this is the only time you get to try all these routes, and at the same time, you don't get to have empty walls meant only for your climb.
Yeah.
Many of these climbers train very, very hard to make it all the way here. So you don't want to waste your attempt, milk the money, as a lot of them call it. In Route 5,
we have Ikai.
just very slowly, Guan.
So you can see them shake their hand because those creams are really aggressive on your fingers.
Yeah, they're very thin creams.
So
And of course, you can take a look at the live scoring.
Yeah.
Live scoring is available on transend2017.crimp.rocks. And if you're making your way down to Transend, head to 1KM Mall, just located right opposite Paya Lebar MRT. And we'll be here for you with Transend, with the Intermen semi-qualifiers, as well as the Open Women and the Inter Women coming up very, very soon. Right now you're watching the Open Men qualifiers, Detail 1. Kenneth back up again, as well as Shafiq.
With slightly over 10 minutes left on the clock.
It's a very, very close by Kenneth. Of course, Chester. It's a very, very close fight for him.
I think it's really important to top at least one route and flash that to be able to make it to the top 20.
And this is only the first detail.
Yeah.
I mean, very, very strong climbers all over.
Yeah, in the next detail we will have 15 other climbers that are coming. Yep, so it's definitely a hard competition if they really want to get that top 20 position. Right now we are looking at Joshua Cole on route 4 and Ryan on route 1.
Route 5 trying really, really hard again.
This might not be relevant to the open category, but Transend this year is now a promotional competition. So people, last time Transend used to be called Bouldermania, yeah, and it was held at NTU, and right now they have become a promotional competition. So people who compete in novice and intermediate, if they make it to the finals or podium, they can make it to the next category.
And that's right. With their fresh face on the climbing league,
yeah,
they're also part of RSB league.
Yeah,
which means they are the second leg of this league by RSB, of course, by onsite, which is wherein the highest qualifiers from all three competitions get to win exciting prizes as well as cash vouchers from RSB to buy whatever they want for their climbing.
Yeah.
Apparels, climbing equipment, definitely making their climbing journey even more exciting. So the stake is really high for them because it's the second leg. The first was Boulder Active, which was 2 weeks ago, and the last would be Rockmaster, happening very, very soon, in about a month. And then we'll see you again. But of course, second leg, make it count. All these climbers, 9 minutes on the clock.
Right now, Kenneth looking for the top, trying to find that balance. Slab wall is always about
balance.
Yeah, and finding that good stable body positioning. And there you go.
Very, very nice climb from Kenneth. The top 20, secured himself a position there. But we're going to see how the detail 2 works up because we have very strong climbers from all over, as well as Team Onsite specialist team. And Team Onsite is our main sponsor. So a huge shout out to them for this year's Transend, as well as the RSB League, making climbing even more exciting for every one of us. So ERP trying route 2. It's actually not a lot of people tried route 2. I mean, we've seen Dennis and Gavin finish both the routes.
Yeah.
But then route 2 seems to be one of the least popular routes among them. We've seen route 4, we've seen route 1. And then that's Chester.
So our climbers have less than 10 minutes, 7 minutes in fact. And time right now is 3 p.m. So it's really hot in here, not just because it's a sunny Saturday, but also because the competition is fiery.
It's getting fierce because 7 minutes left. It's Xingyang.
So in this detail, we actually have the NUS representatives. So one of them is Xingyang, so he's looking for this top. So as we know, you just need to commit for this, and there you go.
Very, very nice climb by Xingyang. Just inching nearer.
So Luke is on Route 1 right now, trying to find his balance. It's a really, really high step, so you really have to be very flexible.
And Luke is really, really young. If I have to look at it, it's a very, very young climber. And of course, ERP on screen. Route 5. And back at it again is Shafiq. Route 1. So ERP's actually secured himself a position in the top 20s for semifinals. Right now it's a fight against himself to just finish as much as he can.
So if you're wondering how our climbers are doing, make sure you check out transend2017.crimp.rocks for the live score. So we have the live stream, we have the live score. There's no reason for you to not be updated and know what's going on right here. And better yet, you just come here today or tomorrow to watch all our climbers fight it hard.
Very, very nice end on Route 1. 5 minutes left. You can see the pace is much quicker now.
Yeah.
So they're just really trying much faster, as much as they can, harder. Going further, Route 2, Guoan.
And we have Justin Young on Route 4, trying to match.
Just one tile away. Oh,
his heel hook came out, I think.
And of course, the second last tile was really bad. I mean, Dennis went left hand, but Dennis has really, really strong pinch power.
Yeah.
And then Guan went to do a cup on top first before he moved his left. Very interesting Route 2. And definitely a challenge for many of our climbers.
And on Route 4 we have Noel. So Shafi went right hand with the second last tile. So let's see if he can get this top. He is one move away from the end. Just slipping off that right foot.
The ERP making very good progress now. 2 tiles away from Route 5. He's trying to catch on to the volume. And then Jing Yang.
And Luke on Route 3, this very aggressive sharp crimps, barely enough space for one pad of your finger.
And Jing Yang, the back tumble. And Kenneth, wow.
Find the rest points as much as you can.
Maximizing the use of your limbs.
Yeah. And there you go, we see a top by Joshua from NUS.
Very, very strong contender, Joshua. 3 minutes.
Definitely enough time for them to send a few more problems. Only top 20 of these climbers, 31 climbers that we have, will make it to the semis that will be happening tomorrow morning here at 1KM Mall. Jing Yang finding that footing to make sure that he doesn't lose balance on the slab wall. But he gotta take that risk. Cannot hesitate.
It's 2 minutes and a half.
Very nice pistol squat right there by Jing Yang. And on Route 4, we are looking at Yikai.
Hastening his pace, definitely.
Yeah.
Going out in a very powerful manner. Because Kenneth.
So you need to commit for this mode. And there you go.
Very nice ending by Yikai.
Yeah.
Guoan, 2 minutes and a half. Come on, you can do this. We've seen last second ends. We've seen last 10-second starts and ends. So definitely more than enough time to afford a few more attempts. But you can see the look of just a little tired out from the past 25 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. That's a very long time to climb non-stop.
Exactly. I mean, even when we're training in gyms, and then we say like we're gonna take a 30-minute training regime. It's probably about 10 climbs, and in very repetitive moves.
Yeah.
But here it's like very diverse movements, challenges every single muscle of yours. all the movements that you can think of.
Yeah.
ERP. Wow. Traffic. No! Was that counted?
So they're gonna check with the chief route judge.
So it wasn't counted.
Yeah.
So our chief route judge, Ben, because he managed to touch it, but
Yeah.
just before he was stable, he actually slipped off.
Yeah. So it must be a stable end.
Very, very close, but if you can do it once, you can do it again.
Yeah.
Jing Yang.
Open women qualifying and inter-women semifinals.
Because
Registration is now
Jing Yang.
open, so if you are here for any of those events later, do head down to the registration counter. Registration will be open till
Just 50 seconds. It's the last minute for all our climbers. Just fighting it out. We'll be in for our detail 2. All the really strong climbers going to come out very, very soon.
it's crunch time for them.
It's crunch time, Kenneth.
Now is the time they will need all the support they can get. Everything they do now is crucial.
Less than 30 seconds on the clock.
1 attempt, come on.
And right now, let's see if there's a last minute top.
No! So sometimes when you go against time, it just makes
Yeah.
your heart race and then you start committing really, really silly mistakes and you just regret it so much later. Was that 10 seconds, go on. I mean, I guess that's it from him. But of course, Chester fighting it out to get at least the bonus. But either way, very, very good attempts by our climbers from detail 1.
And next up, we have detail 2. In this detail, we have representative from Springfield Secondary School, Eldon Yo and Mark Chan. From SUSS, we have Hazik. From Team Onsite, we have Kotai, Ashraf, and Adil Azmoun, and he is also representing NUS. In this detail, we also have Daniel. Representing Team Onsite as well as Temasek Polytechnic, we have Miguel. From Temasek Polytechnic, we have Aloysius. From Tampines Junior College, we have Phyllis. From Maristella High School and Kinetics, we have Gerald So. Representing NTU, we have Kansia and Dedi Irawan. From Climb Asia, we have Marcus Yo. From Team Onsite and NTU, we have Bronson Lee. And we also have Badron. So this is our final detail for Open Men qualifiers before we move on to the intermediate men semi-finals. So they will be attempting the same problems as well. So currently right now, looking at the scoreboard at Transend 2017.crimp.rocks, the person who is in the... It's quite easy to get into the 20th position. It will be very safe if you can flash one route, but we have to see how strong this detail is. And right now we are looking at Kansia on Route 1.
Already off to a very strong start. Kansia. He's also the president of UMC, which organizes Transend. So come on, president. Aloysius on Route 4. It's a very different beta from Ken. Because Aloysius one tile away. It's Ken. Very, very nice top by Ken with a little pat on his own back. Now it's Kotai.
And he does, he gets it. There's a bit of discrepancy there, but he got the block.
It's Kotai on Route 1, following right in the tracks of Ken. And of course on Route 4. Route 4 is Gerald. Kotai and Marcus on Route 4. Very nice end by Kosai, and Marcus just one towel, one move. Very, very nice catch by Marcus. And Adil, route 5 as well as route 1. We have a climber. Of course, our team on-site climbers sent their very best. That is Ashraf on route 4. Meanwhile, very, very nice catch by Ashraf, and that is a double finish by both our climbers on route 1 and route 4. Meanwhile, our climbers, Mark and Aloysius, so it's Mark just finding his way, finding his footing, and Ken preparing himself for route 4 and just very, very close by. Still taking his time. Mark, oh, very, very close. The thing about slap is that sometimes it's really just about your ability, your experience on the slap walls.
Yeah.
It's not really about any, like, there's nothing special that you can really do on slaps. And just all the inner core that you have to have. And then the route 3, completely reverse of what you experience on the slap wall. It's very dynamic, very catchy moves. And route 4, as well as Adil attempting now. Route 3, just making sure the bonus towel is as possibly nice to the fingers as possible.
So right now on problem 3 we have Adil, and on problem 4 we have Daddy Era 1.
It's 25 minutes. So you've seen from the previous detail that in order for our climbers to make it to the semis tomorrow, they need to have at least one flash if possible, or at least one top within as little attempts as possible.
That will be quite safe.
Wow, very nice catch by Gerald. It's a very, very nice catch by Gerald. But it's gotta finish it true.
And problem 2 we have Miguel, and on problem 5 we have Daddy Era 1. Or Daniel, sorry. We have Daniel, route 5. Right now on route 3 we have Eldon. So those scrims are really very unforgiving.
And there's this rising trend of really young climbers in opens. It's very, very nice to see all these rising stars in Singapore. We've seen Mark, we've seen Luke, we've seen Gerald, we've also seen Eldon. Of course, we've seen Aloysius. All these very young climbers fighting it out, making things difficult for our open climbers. Of course, Marcus, our working man, still finding time to climb. Very nice by Marcus. He was just giving a joke about how his inconsistency is his consistency. So we're just egging him to finish the routes as much as he can.
Yeah.
And that was Mark. Route 3. And route 5 very steadily. And back on route 1 we have Ashraf. The team on site.
So you need to
Strongest
transfer
climbers we have.
the weight on the left leg. He made it look very easy.
That's right. We'll just take 1, 2, and go. That's Bronson, also from team on site.
So if you're watching right now, you're watching the open men qualifiers. This is the second detail. So if you are watching, do let us know what you are doing, where you are from. Local time now is 3:20 p.m.
In your console at least 5 minutes before the end of the detail. So do watch the time.
So on problem number 3 we have Marcus, and on problem number 4 we have Miguel. So on problem number 5 we have Eldon. So this and Mark secured the bonus.
But it's really after the bonus that a lot of our climbers have problems with.
Yeah.
Of course, Aloysius, very valiant attempt on route 2. Very huge pinches on route 2 on his inclined wall. As well as route 5, we have Miguel and Marcus. All the cheers for him. With 20 minutes on the clock for all our climbers. It is route 1, Gerald. It's Gerald. Of course, on route 4. That's very, very close by Badron. 1 tile away. Badron, route 4.
You really need to do that left hand lock off on that tile and then commit right after that.
That's right. I think the rationale of having that little catch there is just an inter tile.
Yeah.
But at the same time, inter tiles give you a sense of false hope.
Yeah,
Because you would think that you need to latch, or you would think that you can latch it before you go.
Yeah.
Was that Gerald?
And there you go,
Very,
see
very
the top.
nice. Gerald. So many of the times when our climbers attempt route 4, they actually kind of enter it after a few attempts, realizing that it's not such a nice hole to catch on.
And our top 20 is actually filling up right now. So you really need to have at least one top to get to the semifinals. And of course, with 20 minutes still on the clock, a lot of things can still happen. So it's definitely important for our climbers to finish the problems with as little attempts as possible to ensure that the score will be ranked higher. Given that there are only 20 spots for our climbers tomorrow morning in the semi-finals.
That's right. It's a very nice finish on route 1 by Phyllis and route 4 Kotai. There's Kotai missing the bonus tile by just a little. It's Bronson pianoing onto the next tile, but a very close miss by him. And Ashraf. Ashraf right there.
On problem number 5.
Hazik. Ashraf is finding his footing.
Ashraf really fighting hard. Just kind of need to figure that out again. And we have Hazik on route 1 trying to find his balance despite the part where most people fall. So there you go.
Very, very nice finish by Hazik on route 1. And Marcus, route 5. And of course, Adil, route 1.
Bronson stepping up to the plate once again for route 3. Miguel on route 4.
Route 4 is Miguel and Adil. Slow and steady. It's Miguel just missing his catch by the feet. And a very nice dancing steps by Adil. Route 4. Very, very popular route by many of our climbers is route 1 and 4. But usually climbers find it a little difficult beyond that route. But of course, very nice catch. Route 4, very, very nice catch on route 4. And Aloysius on route 1. Marcus back on route 5. This Marcus just reading the route a little, and of course, Aloysius finding his footing. So much as these tiles, these volumes are huge for route 1, they're actually curved and slab routes. The volumes are completely slab, so finding the footing is kind of a problem sometimes because volumes, while they are huge, they don't actually have a very nice catch or apex to them, especially since these are curved volumes. So very, very good attempts by all the climbers, and of course Aloysius. Very, very nicely done. Route 1. That's route 2. We have our climber, Eldon.
Watching and supporting.
So as Bronson, route 4. It's Bronson, inches away.
He needs to commit. Oh, I think the swing was too big. You really need to throw yourself into the tile. Like,
yeah, you see a lot of them just swing past the area. Sorry.
I think sometimes when you try to control the swing, that you don't throw enough because you don't want the swing to be too big. But sometimes that in itself causes you to fall.
That's our Kotai, route 5. Just Ken. Very, very nice catch by Ken. So that is the president of UMC, which brings you Transend. So all the supporters here are watching you. Adil on route 4.
Just under the halfway point of this detail. Climbers have just under 15 minutes left.
Of course, Ashraf, route 3. And route 5 is Marcus. As well as Badran. Back on route 2. Just narrowly missing the bonus. Marcus. Just Hazik. It is so close. And
didn't Gerald just promote in Boulder Active?
Yes. Wow.
Wow. Yeah. Our climbers are getting younger and
If I'm
younger.
not wrong, Jared actually promoted from U17 all the way to...
Within 1 year, is it?
Within 1 year,
Yeah.
yes. Within 1 year. He's a really, really strong climber. And with that, our scoreboard has seen a huge shuffle with our reigning champions Gavin, Dennis and Emmanuel Ryan Paul still in their first 3 positions. But catching up very, very soon is Luke, Guan, Ashraf, Marcus, Phyllis, as well as Kenneth, and of course Ken Xia in the top 10 positions. But with 13 minutes on the clock, a lot of things can happen. We're seeing more and more tops after the 15 minutes mark. So we're going to see if our climbers can better the results from detail 1. That's Kotai, route 2. Bronson just finishing his attempt on route 4. And of course, up next is Aloysius on route 4. And Hazik, route 3.
So the people in detail 1 actually quite established themselves in the top position in the
top 5
scoreboard.
positions.
Yeah, and we have Ashraf in this detail that is also inching in. And Marcus as well.
There's Marcus. His inconsistency is the only consistency, I guess. So he's got to finish finding his stable footing. So after about 5 different ways of ending, Marcus found his own suitable end. It was Marcus for you. With that, a shuffle again for Miguel. Route 4. Badron, route 1. Miguel, route 4. Slowly, both of them.
Really need to throw yourself to the tile, I
Yeah,
think.
but Miguel's left hand kind of refused to let go. Just maybe one more attempt. I mean, 10 minutes on the clock. And of course, Badron just walking on his fingers towards the end towel. Very, very nice end by Badron. Was Mark.
Mark on route 4. So here you really need to commit.
He will just jump. Yep.
Yeah, there you go. You
Just-
can't hesitate on this route.
That's Ashraf on route 5 and Bronson, double team on site, on screen for you. Route 1, slow and steady. Did Ashraf just do a one-arm pull-up on that volume? It's just very, very close by Ashraf. It was a very nice and Adil lacking a little of commitment because Bronson still on the wall. Is finding his commitment onto this one move. That is Ken. Kotai. Route 2. So Kotai and Ken actually went to Japan for their climbing, for a climbing kind of road trip. So we've seen their improvements from after their Japan trip. And it's reflected right here. Of course, Hazik, route 4, full commitment onto the jump. And Aloysius back again, fighting it against route 4. Would that be Eldon? Route 2.
Bronson up on route 1.
Route 2 is Bronson, excuse me, is Badron as well as Miguel. Very close by Badron, just missing his footing on the starting towel. And up next is our strong contender, Gerald. Was a very nice finish on route 4 by Danelle. Gerald, route 2, just close by. Marcus, a little wasted attempt actually. And Mark and fellow mate Aloysius. So Aloysius and very, very fluid movements by Mark, just inching his way out to the 5th position according to the scoreboard. So you can take a look at the scoreboard live on Transend 2017.crimp.rocks, and you can see our progress for all the climbers from both Detail 1 and Detail 2. Meanwhile, just about 7 minutes for our climbers to make it to the top 20. To secure yourself a top 20 position to make it for the semifinals tomorrow, you would need to have at least 1 top, or to better yourself, 2 tops. That will give you a good starting for the semis tomorrow. Ashraf back at it again, route 5. Just one more time. And that's Mark. Very nice cut onto the pinch. So just finding his footing. Oh. That's Gerald once again. Back on route 2. So Gerald is already in the top 10s. Very young rising star of Singapore. Managed to promote very, very fast within a year. And definitely not making things easy for the Opens. That's Alden. Route 2, also a very young rising star. And of course, Ken. It's Miguel on route 3 and Ken back on route 5. Just one tile away. Badron. Very nice catch by Badron, route 4. And Miguel on his start to route 3. That's Aloysius, with about 4 minutes on the clock for them. So look at the leaderboard right now. To make it to the semis tomorrow, all climbers need to have at least 1 top, but of course 2 tops will secure them a position. And meanwhile, the Open semis will be happening tomorrow morning, and the Open Women qualifiers will be happening very, very soon. So catch us later at 5 o'clock as we bring you the Inter-Women semifinals as well as the Open Women qualifiers. So from time now is about 4 o'clock. You can make your way down to Paya Lebar, 1 km Mall right here in the heart of the city. Very, very nice shopping mall here with a lot of food and amenities that you need. And of course, Transend 2017, once a year, brought to you by NTU UMC. In the time left, 3 minutes. Gerald and Mark, both really young climbers, rising stars in the climbing scene. And Gerald's having a little problem, but he's already in the top 10 contenders. And that's Mark for you. There's Mark. He's already made it all the way here. This is the move. Not again. Aloysius.
Our climbers have less than 3 minutes left on the clock. So it's really crunch time.
So the heat is on.
Yeah.
All these climbers, it's no longer about themselves. It's just trying to finish all these routes that they've gone so far to. Aloysius, very nicely done. That's Daniel. This is the move. This is the move that a lot of our climbers commit and yet fall. That's a Dill. With 5. Back again, it's Ken.
So 2 minutes on the clock. Definitely enough time for climbers to do some more sand.
Once again, it is now crunch time for the climbers who are still climbing.
2 minutes. It's time to do your 4x4 of climbers.
Have all the support you can.
Give it all that you have got. Ashraf. Oh! Once again, he's been there, he's touched it, he's brushed the towel. But 2 minutes. Miguel. Now it's Bronson. Barely making it to the minute mark. And of course, Marcus. So close, Gerald. And it's Kotai and of course Mark trying out Route 2 again.
Climbers with 1 minute left.
The climbers really are fighting it out against themselves.
Yeah.
You can see the pace just quickening, their steps going faster and faster. They're much more familiar with the routes now. And Mark, this is the third time. This is the third time he's at this move. Come on, make it count.
And there you go.
Third time's the charm.
Yes.
There's Ken Xia. Meanwhile, Eldon. Very, very close. Ken, 9 seconds. Ashraf, no!
Falling face plant on the ground.
I mean,
You can see all the chop come out.
And he's just lying down there. He can't believe himself, really. He's still just lying down there. And that is the end of the open qualifiers. And up next we have our intermen. Our intermen. These are the strongest of the strong intermens that we have from yesterday. The top 20 of them would make it to the intermen qualies now. So the intermen, top 20 from yesterday's qualifiers, only 8 of them would make it through to tomorrow's finalists. In the roll call, we have Alex Ho Jiayue from Springfield Secondary School, Lim Wen Pin from NTU, Louis Bernard, Tu Wei Bin, Chong Jiazhi, Ferros from NTU, Ang Wei Pin, Nicholas Hall, Luke Chow, Dennis Cheng, Dillian Tan from SIT, Yong Kai Shin from SUTD, Dave Dexter Tan, Lawrence, Olsen, Cairo, Jonathan, as well as Nicole Thomas. So right now we have on route 1, it's Kairul. And that's our Intermen semifinals. Only the top 6 would make it through to tomorrow. Excuse me, the top 8 will make it through to tomorrow's finalists. And now on route 1 we have Lawrence. Route 5 we have Kaishin.
So do stay clear of the cameras if you are videoing for your climbing friends or
So we've seen the open men finish many routes, and then that's Lawrence on route 1 for you. As well as Dennis Cheng trying out route 5, and of course Louis. So you've seen the open men climb just now. And then we're going to see seeing how the intermen attempts the open men routes. And route 5.
And on route 1 we have Wenpin, Ale Wenpin.
So you've also trained with Wenpin a lot. He's come a long way from last year.
Yeah, just 1 year into climbing, and he's already going for inter-finals. Ale Wenpin.
I heard that this entire summer holidays he's climbing a lot for competition. So this is his first semi-finals.
Oh wow!
So we're gonna see how he's gonna attempt the open routes. It's a very fast progress. And of course, our route 5. This route 5 is very close by Wenpin. It's a very difficult attempt on route 5. Many of the opens have not been able to do very well on route 5 on their starting tries. And as on route 3, a more different style of climbing, less explosive, more intricate movements. And route 1, that's Alex, another young rising star. So a very strong climber. This trend of having our really strong young climbers coming up in the inters and the opens, just making all their brothers and sisters much more difficult on their road to opens.
Yep, Ale climber on route 1.
That's Alex.
Almost there, Ale.
Wow. So sometimes when you see this kind of slab walls, you really think that they will fall. But then these youngsters just
prove you wrong.
Yes, they just prove you wrong.
Yeah. All right, and on route 5 we have. Oh, okay.
Route 5. Route 4. So many of these intermen have been fighting it out on Friday to make it to the top 20s. And now they're fighting for the top 8 positions to make it to the finals tomorrow. And this is many of their first attempts at a open men route.
Yep, Ale climb on route 1, on route 2.
And that's Kairul, route 4.
And he is at his first attempt. Oh no.
That's Feroz, also from NTU. So both of them actually are really helpful trainers in NTU UMC, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, this is home ground for you, Pharaohs from NTU.
All right, good job, Pharaohs. And on
Nicholas,
yeah.
So they're really strict this time because every attempt, you're not allowed to re-attempt. You have to re-queue. So really wasted for Nicholas.
Yeah,
And then back on the wall is Alex.
There's been a few false starts.
I think false starts happens a lot, right?
Yeah.
And all these climbers, 23 minutes on the clock for them. It's still a long way to go. So a quick look at the leaderboard. That's Wee Pin, Route 1.
Nicely done.
That is Ang Wee Pin on Route 1. He is also one half of Duck Light Photography, which brings you Transend's photos. So make sure you head on down to Transend's social media pages. Get all your beautiful photos from them. And of course, if you need any photography services, check them out. And they're always here to provide for you the best photos you can. And of course, we're going to see a lot of people changing their profile pictures very soon.
Yeah.
And of course, Route 2.
Over 20 minutes left. Now we have Dave on Route 1.
All right, Ale, climb on Route 2.
So the Route 2,
so close.
The orange color tiles, the huge pinches that we see, even during gym times, we actually try to avoid it as much as we can.
Yeah, and one whole route with those kind of pinches. Wow.
It's amazing how they even finish it.
Yeah.
And then Route 2 again. So these intermen, their first few tastes of open routes. Many say it's a huge leap from inter to open.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
You can definitely tell.
Ale, climb on Route 2.
And coming up next is Alson. Alson on Route 4
and Faraz on Route 3. So close, Ale.
It's a very tight kind of route on Route 3.
And a lot of crimps. Yeah.
Very thin crimps.
Alright, climb on Route 1, Ale.
It's Louis.
Route 1 is a lot to do with balance. Yep.
All the balancy routes. Especially since like the bonus is just one volume, and then the next tile you have is the end.
And the next tile is far and it's small.
Yeah, it's all about the commitment to the feet.
Yeah.
And now Route 1. So a little taller than most other climbers we've seen so far. So just finding his footing. And on Route 4. Route 1 is a very controlled movement kind of route.
With a lot of balance. So what do you think? If you're taller, is it harder to balance or?
But the thing is that we've seen the open climbers. They have a lot of different betas. We've seen slightly taller climbers. We've seen averagely heighted climbers.
Yeah.
But they're all able to finish it. It's about how they actually solve the problems, isn't it?
Yeah, about maybe climbing according to their body type too.
Yeah, like knowing your own strengths and weaknesses. Like sometimes you're more of a flexible climber. Sometimes you're more of an explosive climber.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
We're all just aiming to be our best.
Yeah, just finish it, and then transcend all boundaries and just make sure you finish the routes as much as you can.
Yeah, you're right.
So if you're wondering who is with me right now, this is Nellis Fu. She is also from NTU UMC, part of the really strong climbers, the novice climbers.
Thank you for the introduction.
And is with us. So how was the training with all the climbers?
It's so great because everyone is so supportive. Yeah, and we see a lot of UMC, NTU climbers participating in this event.
with your chalk, and we dare say it is the best chalk in the world.
And so that was route 1, very nice end. And of course, yeah, for Nellis, you guys actually train a lot for these competitions, right? From Boulder Active to Transend.
And we always train at on-site, which is our main sponsor for this Transend event. And so many of these routes are set by our band,
our route setters,
our chief route setters, yeah. And we can see that the routes are uneasy, but
they're very interesting. Just finding different ways to use the walls as much as possible.
Yeah, and a great variety of climbing styles. So it's not just strength or flexibility, but a mix of
everything.
Yeah, and even in one route, which is great. Yeah.
Of course, the onsite is it is the largest climbing gym in Singapore. So a lot of us actually train there, climb there, and that is where the climbing community is, isn't it? Like everybody's just watching each other, just heading out for each other as we climb.
Yeah.
And Nicholas on route 1 and Feroz on route 5.
Okay, definitely route 5 is a head scratcher. A lot of people are figuring out how to finish the route or even how to start. Okay, and now on route 2.
Route 2, Jonathan. He is also the other half of Dark Light Photography. So, come on, Jonathan.
Allez, Jonathan. Okay, and on route 4, we have okay, on route 4, we have a climber, and he's almost at the top. Allez. Route 4 is pretty tricky. There seems to be two cracks. And on route 1, we have Wenpin. You can see now he's trying to shift all his weight onto his left foot. Yes, nice. Good job,
Very
Wenpin.
nice by Wenpin. Of course, a double finish on route 4 by our intermen climbers. Very, very close fight by all of them. So they're just really trying open man routes, and you see how strong these intermen already are. So you're gonna see their progress as they go through.
Yeah, I'm so surprised.
Like we don't actually get to try these open routes ourselves much also.
Yeah.
So these
competition is really a great time to expose yourself to this kind of routes.
That's right. This is only the start to their open routes, and then they're already doing so well.
Yeah.
That's our route 1. A little of a controlled movement needed. Because many of them actually find their footing before they move to the bonus style.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. Although it looks easy, but it's very scary that if you lose your balance, you're gonna have a very bad fall. Allez, climber.
And the worst part is that because it is a slab wall, there's really nothing to rest on, nothing to control on. Yeah. So yeah, this is the part where a lot of them actually fall.
Yeah, right.
So unsurprising, but at the same time, it's just really, really difficult to tell because it's entirely on your own body.
Yep. Okay, and on route 3, we have Kairu. Allez.
That's Captain Kairu from NTU.
Yep.
He has also set some of the routes for our fun climbs and our novice events.
Yes.
And Wenpin
on route 3 again. Route 3 is pretty tricky.
But I think route 3 is Wenpin's style.
Right. Because a lot of creams and
a lot of
control,
a lot of flexibility, a lot of monkey movements around.
Yeah.
It
so
is
close.
His route. The route 2, the bane of many open men's existence.
Yep.
Because of the pinches, the huge power pinches needed.
Yeah, it seemed like not a lot of people attempted route 2. It's mostly empty, but other routes are packed.
That's right. Even for opens, the route 2 seems to be like their last few routes. like those routes that they attempt when they really want to finish their own, like finish as much as they can. Not as a competition route that they want to finish.
Yeah, sometimes we all have different competing techniques. Some of us choose the harder routes to start off with, but most of us, including me, choose the easier ones to start off with.
And that's why it becomes a strategy sometimes to put yourself, like where do you want to queue up for, which one do you want to risk and have time there. So for Route 1, we see a lot of these climbers actually take some time. So sometimes you're like, if you're going to be waiting in this line, would you be taking up too much time?
Totally.
But of course, session format with 30 minutes for our climbers.
And right now we're at 13 minutes left for this detail.
It is not every competition that we get to see an instrument semi-finals, but
of course, inters.
And support that you can.
Right now, if you want to secure yourself in the top 8 positions, you have to have at least a flash to get into the top 8.
So after these top 8 climbers will promote to open.
Excuse me, the finals tomorrow.
Oh, right. They will be in the finals tomorrow for intermen.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
But of course, these intermen, if you're able to do the opens route, you're halfway there already.
Yes.
Olsen, Kyrul. That's Lawrence. It's Kyrul going in a very different beta. Securing his own hand on the pinch.
Very nice.
So sometimes it's about securing yourself the bonus before you even attempt the tops. I mean, just the Kyrul's beta of doing that route was entirely different from what we've seen. But he has secured himself the bonus.
The bonus, yes, indeed.
Yeah, so it's quite a good strategy, really.
Yeah, sometimes the routes are just so impossible that you just want to secure the bonus and you're done. And you move on to other routes.
That's right. Because the number of attempts to top counts, and then followed by the number of boners. Number of boners.
Yep.
The number of bonus to the... That's a very nice catch by Route 4 though.
Yeah, it seems that a lot of people are able to catch the final towel.
But it's a full commitment.
Yeah. Alright, Route 5, Ale. As you can see, the starting is a lot to do with balance and coordination actually. Yeah, tension. It's not about strength, it's about tension, yes.
It's Route 1 again. It's like Route 1 is really, really straightforward, but it tests so much about yourself, understanding yourself.
Yes, and how your body works.
That's right. And of course, how confident you are in your own steps.
Yes, and also how daring you are to make
that feet forward.
Yes, and make that leap actually.
It's really about your pistol squats.
Yes.
And there's Alson. And Nicholas
on Route 3. Ale. It seems like the bonus is a very bad towel.
Yes, the bonus is really, really bad.
Yeah.
I mean, if our open climbers are having a little challenge on that bonus,
can't imagine others.
Yeah, it's those kind of crims that we actually use as footholds, and we still complain that it is too thin.
Too bad a foothold,
like,
right?
It's too thin. Can we change a foothold?
Yeah. Alright, on Route 5.
And concurrently, Route 3, Kyrul. And so Route 5, Kaishin. Lacking a bit of commitment there.
Alright, and on Route 2 we have Feroz.
It's like Route 5. We've yet to see many of our inters get past the bonus on Route 5.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So, I mean, a lot of our opens also have huge problems trying to secure...
To even stick that dyno. Yeah.
Such a tricky dyno.
Really. Yeah, totally. And the right towel on the side is a sloper. extremely hard to hold.
Yeah, it's a curved sloper with a very small in-cut.
Yes.
There's our Louis. Louis just struggling around. It's one pin. And that's route 1. So much of these climbers are 8 minutes left for them to make it to the top 8 positions. It's up very close by Alex, as well as our climbers. This route 4. I mean, this portion to the bonus is not a problem for many of our inter climbers, but at the same time, just to get to the next tile comes a huge problem. That's our weep in, route 4. Catching on. So this is the crux of this route. Weep in. Very nice catch. That was it from Weep in. Very, very nicely done with 7 minutes left on the clock for our climbers. Quick look at the leaderboard. To secure yourself with the top 8 positions for finals tomorrow. A flash is imminent, but at the same time, many of these climbers all have a flash in their pocket, so it is up to the number of attempts to bonuses next. The fight is really, really intense with 6 minutes on the clock for them. And it just happens to have all our climbers here. And just happening.
Alright, so on route 1, we have someone attempting that shift in weight.
Very nice catch by Captain Kairu.
Super nice. Good job.
All these climbers, it is that one move. It's the you make it or you break it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's 6 minutes left, more than enough time. We are seeing couple of finishes in the last 5 minutes. The race is always on.
Has anyone topped route 5?
Not that I know of from the inters, at least.
Right.
And route 2. Not a lot of people attempting route 2. So it has left unbroken so far.
Yeah.
For the inters. I mean, the intermen actually had the chance to see all our climbers, all our open climbers,
right, and take their demo.
Yes,
yeah.
In a sense, their demo, their beta.
Yeah.
But to execute it,
it's totally different.
It's totally different. I mean, it's easy for us to say on screen like, oh, you just need to do this, you need to do that. But then when you actually go to the wall,
different.
Nah.
Yeah, you don't have the strength or you don't have the flexibility. Yep. Okay, now we have another climber on route 5. Ale, let's see if we can stick that dyno. Okay, and on route 1, we have another climber attempting. Ale, oh, so close, route 5.
Yet to see many bonus catches.
Yes.
But then, this is only the semis.
Alright, on route 4, there's an attempt. So close. Nice, very nice catch.
So he actually caught it and he just lets himself swing. Because he knows the swing is coming.
Yeah.
That's our Louis. And a misstep, route 5.
Okay, now it's the crux for route 1. It's very hard to to trust that you won't slip or you won't fall. Ale, as you can see, near the E9 sign.
The E9 apparel.
Yeah, that's the last handhold. That's the finishing handhold.
It just makes it makes your heart cringe a little every time when they're so close to the end and yet
then they fall. Oh,
yes,
that's
especially
the worst.
That is the worst feeling to have.
Yes, and the worst is when you have a hand on the final tile and you slip. Oh,
when you brush it off.
Yeah. Okay, we have Feroz on route 4. Ale Feroz. Nice.
All Intel women semi-finalists and
Alright, Feroz is going to his last few moves.
He's wobbly on the feet. He has to commit, which is the crowd is cheering.
Oh, so close.
He was very wobbly on the right feet.
Yeah. I could see it a bit shaking.
Yeah, he was shaking a little.
It's a super scary move though.
It's a very scary move.
Yes.
Especially because it's when your feet is on a incline, but your body is on a flat wall. So like you're actually stepping beyond your own normal kind of normal degree. You're stepping inwards at the same time.
And you're not used to it.
Yeah, it's not common to have these kind of walls around. So a huge shout out to Climb Asia for giving us such a fantastic wall with so many different features on it.
Yes, thank you, Climb Asia.
And of course, on site, all these routes.
Yes.
Just heart pumping, heart wrenching action right here.
Yes.
Route 5.
Okay, and we have an attempt on route 2. We have not seen that for a while.
Yeah, then that's Wee Pin. He is the top contender from the semis right now for the Inter.
Wow.
So he's just finishing as much as he can.
Yes.
2 minutes and a half.
Alright, another attempt on route 5. Let's see if he can stick this dyno. Oh, so close. Okay, the thing about this dyno and why it's hard to stick is because firstly it's very far away and the hole isn't that great.
That's right.
Yeah, and
I mean, the starting, you're already putting yourself in a full tension mode.
Yeah.
And then when you're loading, you have to load downwards in a full load movement.
Oh! Someone is on route 2 and
That's
so close to the finish.
No!
That is so close.
Sometimes we think it's the commentator jinx. Like,
oh,
when
right.
we actually say the person's name,
And then
like, it's actually not just that, it's like the MCs and the commentators.
And that second, the minute they're mentioned, they fall.
Is this like Olsen?
Yeah, oops.
Very nice finish by Olsen.
Okay, another attempt on route 2. Ooh. Ale, climb on route 5. Nice! Oh, so close.
So close.
Okay, and we have another climber on route 1. As you can see, the handhold he's holding right now isn't that great, but because he's on a kind of on a slab, it's okay.
It provides more secure than having nothing.
Yeah. I'm always very tempted to use all those bolt holes. Right.
It's like, poke it.
Yeah. Okay, 1 minute left on the clock.
And it's Alex.
All right. Yep.
Very nice catch by Alex.
Another attempt on route 2.
So he's just finding his footing for his left feet. It's that little yellow footing, but probably can't see it from
you probably
the
can't
angle.
see it. Yeah,
From the angle, because the volume blocks your view.
Yeah, volume is jutting out.
And
so
like we said, yeah, it's the incline.
Yeah.
You can't see it from there.
All right, we have Feroz on route 4.
As well as route 2. Come on, 15 seconds on the clock.
Come on, Feroz. Come on, Feroz.
One more.
Nice.
Come on.
Very nice finish.
5 seconds on the clock for you is Feroz. So that is it for the Intermen. The Intermen semi-finalists have finished all their climbs. The results will be up very, very soon. But meanwhile, the preliminary results are on transend2017.crimp.rocks. And just check out the social media pages, especially on Facebook, if you want the finalized results.
Great attempt.
Meanwhile, the Open Men qualifiers results are up. So we will be seeing you very soon too for the Open Women qualifiers as well as the Inter Women semi-finalists. So see you soon at 5 o'clock, that is 17 hours. And we'll be back with Transend, brought to you by NTU UMC, proudly sponsored by Onsite, and of course, right here at 1KM Mall.
すいません。
いや、黒い服に合わせてこれですよ。東京粉末のブラックはもう何でも合いますよ。
I enjoy coming to onsite because the routes are pretty world class. We got some world class setters over here. We got
new people setting different routes, so everything is so fresh and challenging.
We really like the routes here because they're really challenging.
I do really like the climbs here, the leading.
Yes, they are very strong climbers, where they are accepting to new climbers too. So it's a big family.
We kind of help each other get better in a way, whether it's mentally or physically.
You get to learn new stuff every day, because every day is a new experience.
Singapore being the crossroad of many culture makes this place a great place to come, train of course, but also mingle with other people.
That's where you realize that, oh, this is actually quite cool. Like, that's how friendships build.
Climbing is actually a good community. I mean, the people here, they enjoy climbing together, spend time together. I mean, you can make friends with just a random person right now. So, it's pretty cool.
I think the moves here are like really powerful and or you get like these really small holes. Best feeling ever.
You feel like you're like on top of the world.
The more challenging it is, the more I want to take it on.
The adrenaline rush, it feels great and very rewarding. And you push yourself to the end, even though you can't make it, but you still push yourself.
It's very refreshing to see how enthusiastic people are about climbing.
I just love the movement, I guess. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I really love it here.
This gym has a certain kind of people, special attraction to certain group of people who are really psyched. People like this one. Unlimited power and energy.
They really, literally, they're building the scene here, which is amazing because it's something you only get the chance to witness once.
Cool, man.
My hometown.